Simon & Schuster Audio presents Darkest Hour, Book 5 of the Cutler series, by V.C. Andrews. Read by Carolyn Hewitt. Prologue. Once upon a time. I've always thought of myself as a Cinderella who never had a prince come with a glass slipper to whisk her away to a wonderful life. Instead of a prince, I had a businessman who won me in a card game. And just like a chip that is tossed across the table, I was tossed from one world into another. But that had always been my destiny, right from the day I was born. It wouldn't change until I was finally able to change it myself, following the philosophy an old black laborer at the Meadows told me when I was a little girl. His name was Henry Patton, and he had hair so white it looked like a patch of snow. I would sit with him on an old cedar log in front of the smokehouse while he carved me a small rabbit or a fox. One summer day when a storm had begun to build a layer of dark clouds on the horizon, he stopped and pointed to a thick oak tree in the east meadow. "You see that branch there, bending in the wind, child?" he asked. "Yes, Henry," I said. "Well, my mammy once told me something about that branch. You know what she told me?" I shook my head, my golden pigtails swinging around to slap me gently on the mouth. "She told me a branch that don't bend in the wind breaks." He fixed his large, dark eyes on me, the eyebrows almost as white as his hair. "Remember to go with the wind, child," he advised, "so you don't ever break." I took a deep breath. The world around me seemed so pregnant with wisdom back then, knowledge and ideas, philosophy and superstition hovering in the shape of a shadow, the flight of chimney swallows, the color of caterpillars, the blood spots in chicken eggs. I just had to listen and learn. But I also liked to ask questions. "What happens when the wind stops, Henry?" He laughed and shook his head. "Well, then you can go your own way, child." The wind didn't stop until I was married to a man I didn't love. But when it did, I followed Henry's advice. I went my own way. Part 1. 1. Sisters. When I was very young, I thought we were royalty. We seemed to live just like the princes and princesses, the kings and queens in the fairy tale.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?